Hi, this is teacher Nicole at Literacy Pittsburgh. This is homework for citizenship class. We will read in our book. We will read page 106, 107, 112, 113, 118, 56, 57, and 58. Okay, so get your book and we can read together. This is page 106. At the top it says, the Constitution. Let's read. The Constitution tells us how the U.S. government works. It tells us our most important laws. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. What does it mean? Supreme means number one. Let's look at the question in the gray box. What is the supreme law of the land? The Constitution. Let's look at the next page, 107. We see a picture of the Constitution. We can see on the top of the Constitution, we the people. Okay. These are the first three words of the Constitution. We the people. We the people make our own government. This is the idea of self-government. What does it mean? Idea means thinking. Okay, next we're going to go to page 112. So we have to go 108, 109, 110, 111. And now we want to look at page 112. You should see this picture at the top. We see we the people, the picture of the Constitution. We see somebody's hand and an old kind of pen. And this is page 112. Let's read. We can make changes to the Constitution. We can add things or take things out. A change is called an amendment. What is an amendment? A change. Okay. Next, let's look at the next page, 113. And we see here it says Bill of Rights. And we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we see here the year, 1791. in 1791 is the year that they wrote the Bill of Rights. Americans added 10 amendments to the Constitution when it was new. These first 10 amendments are called the Bill of Rights. Here we see a little picture of a mouse. Here we practice saying this word. R-I-G-H-T-S sounds like rights. Rights. Okay. And in the bottom of the page in the gray box, what do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? The Bill of Rights. Good. Let's turn our page. Now we look at page 118. There we go, 118. There we see the first 10 amendments are Bill of Rights, and then there were more amendments. And it tells you, oh, okay, the 11th Amendment happened in 1797. So each amendment has a year under it. That's the year that they added that amendment. Let's read. Today, the Constitution has 27 amendments. How many amendments does the Constitution have? 27. Okay, so now we want to go to page 56, which is before. Okay, so let's go back in the book. We want to find page 56. Oh, there it is. 53. Page 56. And we see a picture up here. Okay, do you see this picture in your book? We see many people meeting together at a big convention. Okay, let's read. The U.S. leaders needed to make the rules for the country. They needed to set up a government. In 1787, the leaders met together to write the U.S. Constitution. What does it mean? Constitution, rules about the country's government. Okay, let's practice saying government. Government. 1787. 1787. Okay. Here are some questions. What does the Constitution do? It sets up the government. When was the Constitution written? 1787. Good. Let's look at the next page, page 57. Okay, we see a picture and they are writing the Constitution. The meeting in 1787 was called the Constitutional Convention. What happened at the Constitutional Convention? The Constitution was written. What does it mean? Convention means meeting. Let's say it. Constitution. Constitution. Written. Written. Okay, and this is our civics question down here. What happened at the Constitutional Convention? The Constitution was written. Good. Now let's look at page 58. We see here a picture of the Federalist Papers. Some of the leaders wanted everyone to understand the new Constitution. They wanted everyone to say yes to the Constitution. They wrote their ideas in the Federalist Papers. What does it mean? Wrote. See a picture? It's past for write. Okay, but it doesn't show our question here. So let's go to page 61. And in your book, it's going to look a little different. I put a new picture here. You will have a picture of Alexander Hamilton, but I like to say John Jay because it's easy to remember. So in your book, you can cross out Alexander Hamilton and you can write John Jay wrote the Federalist Papers. Okay. And down here we have the question. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. John Jay. Okay. In your book, it says Alexander Hamilton. You can cross out Alexander Hamilton and you can write John Jay. J-O-H-N. John. J-A-Y. J. John Jay. Good. Okay, we are finished reading in our book. We are finished reading about the Constitution. Have a good night.